Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here with more leaks. Check it out, we've got this fresh off the presses, Goro, Disciple of Ryusai. This card's kind of pushing it. It's going to go in the wrong type of deck, but what else is new? Well, let's talk about the leaks. So the last ones seem to be printing company rejects. For various reasons, I had very strong reason to believe that somebody grabbed them out of the recycle/shred pile at one of the printing companies. I even explained how one could be Italian, one could be English, and how that actually makes perfect sense. But like this one, where did this come from? So could be the same person, but it looks like a different camera, different style, different level of effort, different quality, different everything. And this time the person wasn't stupid enough to put their hand in it. So I think these were a secondary leak. Now, dark, blurry. Okay, this has all the hallmarks of a Wizards of the Coast forced fake leak. Okay, so maybe they jumped on the leak bandwagon saying, oh, this is getting tons of press and tons of updates on Reddit. Let's fake another one. And then they just went to like Mark Rosewater's desk and took a photo. They've been pretty much caught doing that before. So haven't done it lately though. I don't know. So anyway, this blurry mess, I enhanced it in Photoshop. I didn't try to make it more realistic. I tried to make it more readable. But yeah, this is a legendary creature, Goblin Samurai. So we got more goblins in the game. Hooray. But it's a 2/2 for 2. And then if you pay 1 red, all creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Because everybody loves being blindsided. Now, I'd say this already has to be in play, but that's not true. But would you have enough to activate the ability, plus drop him in, plus drop another thing in, and then blitz somebody and win? Probably not. And that goes double in red. They don't usually have a ton of mana. Although treasures, yay! Screw the color pie. But then if you pay, it looks like 3 plus 2 reds, so 5 total. Not 100% sure about that. Create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Hello. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. So you have to activate this. Let's see, attacking. I think with that phrasing, instead of attacked this turn, you have to do this in the middle of combat. I'm not sure though. You might be able to do it second main phase. I'd have to read a ruling, but yeah, that extremely confusing Italian card that I attempted to translate. Yeah, I was 100% correct. It's modified creature. They're actually going with that term in English, and it's not just a reference to something else we should know. So if I recall, it's equipped with equipment or enchanted with an aura, or I thought like one other thing. So we're going to have like cyborg, modified, augmented, futurist, cyberpunk nonsense. Great. So as much as this looks like it might be a nightmare for the Goblin deck, I don't really see it, like the Goblin Blitz deck. I mean, it doesn't really need haste, it already has it. The Dragon Treasure deck, they already have haste. So this seems like, oh, well, but they're giving now even more stuff haste. Yeah, but not in the 2 decks I care about. And then the modified creature thing, well, it's like, oh, who cares? That'll never happen in a red blitz deck. So I think this is really more of a Kamigawa card. Like this is supposed to be, it works with the set and doesn't work that well with other stuff. But on the flip side, that usually means that they play tested it in that context and then completely and utterly missed this interacting with something from an older set. So I'm a little worried about this, but whatever. I just don't want to see more goblins. We all hate goblins, right? Come on. So next up, we got Light Paws, Emperor's Voice. Yeah, ironically called Light, and it's dark as hell. Let's fix it. Hey, remember the WizKids token leaks? Yeah, this is the one that I kept calling a cat. Apparently it's a very ugly fox. And those aren't wings, those are tails, because multi-tailed foxes are a thing in Space Japan. And they're probably also secretly robots because Space Japan. So this is a legendary creature, Fox Advisor. So I don't know if we've seen the Advisor subtype before. And it's a 2/2 for 2 in white. And whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, there you go. If you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to that aura and with a different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light Pause, Emperor's Voice, then shuffle. That's kind of insane. So 2 for 1 auto fetch, free cast, auto attach. And all it has to do is not match something you already have. Well, in Commander, this is insane. This is beyond insane. I don't know if I'd make this my Commander, but a true Constellation deck or something awfully similar. Boy, would this be nuts. Hell, even a Devotion deck. I mean, you could just go get Divine Mantle, Sunbond, or the new and improved Sunbond, whatever that one was called. I mean, this is just insane. In Standard, I don't know, but let me just, for context, show you another leak. Kami of Transience. See if you see a theme forming here. 2/2 for 2 in green, creature spirit with trample. Whenever you put an enchantment, or whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a 1/1 counter on this card. So that would heavily imply that this is basically going to be Theros, where they do, enchantments matter, but not just enchantment count. It's going to be enchantment ETB. and like aura recycling and all this other stuff. So that's cool. It's a little different. It's kind of high risk, high reward. With the amount of control and board wipes right now, I don't think auras was a good idea, but this one just says enchantment, doesn't it? So here's the thing. I've already seen one person on Arena playing this deck, and it was insane. Kind of glad it hasn't caught on, but they were running a white-green semi-life gain, but mostly landfall, but mostly auras and enchantments count deck. So they were running like all the, you know the white-blue like enchantments matter thing from Crimson Vow? They were running just the white side of it. But then all the green like landfall enchantments, the white landfall one that creates cats, they were running all the cleric class, druid class, ranger class, all that stuff. And it was nuts. They were fetching auras and recycling them and stuff. So if you add like this to that deck, plus the fox that totally isn't a cat, oh my gosh. Look, I'm not giving out investment advice, but I would buy up some of the white enchantment cards from Crimson Vow if I was a speculator. Anyway, this card goes on to say at the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, so something got killed in a 2-for-1 or better attack, you lost an aura plus a permanent, or a creature probably, you may return Kami of Transience from your graveyard to your hand. So not directly to the battlefield, but, well, it only costs 2, but then again, you lost all of your 1/1 counters. And that's a pretty big build-up when you've got trample, so you gotta start all over, but at least you've got something. He doesn't draw cards, he doesn't fetch, any kind of enchantment or aura automatically or tutor cards or any of that, but it's a 2/2 for 2, non-legendary, and they marked it as rare. That seems to imply that this would be very, very overpowered and broken with an overwhelmingly large density strategy in draft, and also that they thought it was really, really good and worthy of being a potentially expensive card in standard constructed. So that makes me think this is like the ideal sidekick if you're already running an aura and enchantment dump deck. And I think we're going to see that, and we already know that there's sagas in the set. So, like, this is really coming together what we're going to see here. So, lastly, we've got Mukotai Soul Ripper. Creepy looking feller hair. So it's a black +1, 2-cost, 4/3 artifact vehicle. What? And when it attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on Mukotai Soul Ripper, and it gains menace until end of turn. Crew 2. When are they going to get the clue that everybody from low-level casuals to the highest-level competitive pros all universally hated vehicles, and still do? The rules, the timing, the strategy, how unbelievably awful it is to try to run this on digital, everything about them was annoying, and they piss people off at being like, oh, this fantasy, 8th century swords and wizards game. Yeah, now it has dragsters and racing tracks and vehicles in the middle of space India, a plane that nobody gave a crap about. So now that we're going to futurist space Japan, I guess they're like, well, we might as well bring back vehicles because we already pissed people off. I personally don't feel that way. I mean, I don't care what they throw into the game, but maybe it's just because I've only been playing since 2013. I mean, I've played Cyberpunk. It's not like I hate it. I've played ultra classic stuff like, Exile 3 is like the classic, but like classic Western RPGs, classic JRPGs. I played medieval, I played futurist, I've played mixes, I've, played everything except for the robot dinosaurs and that one Sony exclusive because I don't have a PlayStation. Whatever they want to throw at me, great. So I'm just repeating what I've heard online from people complaining, and I think they do have a point, and I kind of get it. I just don't care. But yeah, a 2-drop vehicle that's crew 2, 4/3, and then you can give it menace by sacking something. That's pretty good. There's nothing too special about this. It's just good. But there's really nothing good about bringing vehicles back, so it's kind of not. So that's it for the leaks for now. I think spoilers is supposed to start in, a week or something, or tomorrow, or it's really soon, so that's why the timing on this is a little suspect. But let me know if you are either way into the lore and are familiar with Kamigawa, or if you played back then, so just, by accident, you're familiar with Kamigawa. If that's you, what do you think of all this futurist robot vehicle, spacesuit, magic, electric sword crap? Not to bias or influence it at all. Do you like it, hate it, or totally indifferent? Who cares? Just play the game. Or anything in between. I'd love to hear about it. Also, if you didn't see my beautiful work of art I uploaded late last night, me and some friends filled a hallway full of 20,000-ish, probably more magic cards, which are very, very slippery when stacked, and then tried to walk across it without dying. If you want to see if I died during the video, go watch it. Also, Mr. Pickle makes a cameo. And Luigi again. So if you missed that, oh my gosh, go watch it immediately, and I'll see you guys next time.